Over here? Okay. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Hey collective, it's Intuitive Pisces Moon and welcome to the channel. This is another episode of Intuitive Kitty Korner where, as you can see from the previous videos, we allowed Kitty to pick the cards for today's reading, and we're gonna jump right into the spread and see what's going on. So I hope you are all having a fabulous day. And that being said, let's take a look. So I have her always pull from two different decks, and this time I used a new deck that I just purchased. So this is, I think it's called the Feral Psychic deck. So the first card that came out was this one, and we have Untamed Vision. What if your wildest vision is your truest compass and everything else is just noise? I feel like that is so profound. It's a beautiful card there, and it just feels like there's this feeling of I already know my path and where I'm going, and everything else is just noise. All right, let's see what else wants to come through here. We've got the Sacred Roar. You've held it in long enough. The healing begins when you give it a voice. Speak, and you will feel the shift. All right. It's like we go from this very quiet, introspective energy to this loud roar energy, and it's such a shift there between the two things. Then we have Ancient Roots. Your soul chose this lineage for a reason. You carry not just their pain, but the power to transmute it. All right. So some of you may be feeling that pretty heavily at this time. The ancestral trauma and the ancestral healing that is occurring. And this is not just with you personally, but this is globally. This is on a whole collective level. So what's going on here so far, and again, it looks like we have 4 cards left, is there is this feeling of it's taking me to the past here with this, and the silence. Like our voice was always silenced. And it's made us angry. And in speaking about some things, we are then healing our ancestral roots. So I'm gonna make room for some more. Let's see where else this goes. This is already a pretty amazing reading. Then we have Beyond Chasing. There's a point where effort becomes resistance. Let go of the scramble and let the universe meet you halfway. Okay, more antlers there. So what is it that you are doing in your life that feels like you're chasing something? And that's going to be different for all of you. But if there is anything at this point in time that you feel that you need to chase, then it's not for you. Next card. Bad blood. You may think you're over it, but the resentment is still writing scripts in your subconscious. Okay, that could be what you're chasing. Maybe it's closure. I'm just going to go there with that. Maybe there's something that you are seeking from a situation, from an individual, and you haven't gotten it yet. And you want to know when it's going to show up. When is this closure coming in? This could even be with, again, the ancestral lineage. Because now we're talking about a bloodline. It doesn't have to be between friends or lovers. It could be someone in your family. Maybe you're holding a resentment towards someone in your family. Maybe in the past you chased their approval. There's something that needs healing here. And again, it keeps taking me back to this silence and needing to speak your truth. Let's see what else. We've got victim mode. Your wound has a voice, but it should not be your narrator. Your story shifts the moment you stop rehearsing the role of powerlessness. All right. So that's important too when it comes to this sacred roar. Because there's something here that needs to be spoken. And maybe what's been spoken in the past is like claiming the victimhood, if that makes sense. So let's see what the last card is. We have soft strength. It takes great strength to remain soft in a world that tries to harden you. Only the brave dare to love and to face their own vulnerability. I love that. It's giving me this energy of, again, kind of flowing through here, all the parts and pieces of yourself that you have been through. And it's like, this is what the finish line is, this soft strength. We are done blaming everyone else for our problems. We're not holding on to resentment. We're not chasing things in our life. We understand that our voice is our power and we will no longer be silenced. And in doing all of this, we are healing our ancestral lineage. All right, so I'm just going to stack these up a little bit. Okay. Let's look at what tarot came out. And again, I did not look at these. I just threw them in a pile and we're looking at them together for the first time. So let's see what we've got. We've got the Strength card. I love that because that's also here. 9 of Cups. Ace of Pentacles. The Moon. 2 of Cups. Death. 8 of Swords and Queen of Swords. All right, let's see what's going on with this. So what this is giving me, looking first at the major arcana, we have Strength, the Moon, and Death. This speaks a lot about the things that you've gone through. And it's speaking a lot to, in particular, you trusting a process even when things were unknown or uncertain. Like that willingness to keep taking the next step without knowing where it's going to potentially lead. And it didn't come without its fear moments, right? Or being alone, like secluding yourself for a while. I'm also getting many times you've had to start over, reinvent yourself, maybe alter your plan slightly or alter the trajectory of your way that you were traveling. This is a beautiful journey here of whoever's journey this is referring to, because a lot has gone on in maybe even a long period of time. It doesn't have to be a short period of time. Whatever this amount of time is, it doesn't matter, because we have strength on the table twice, which means that you have risen to the occasion no matter what has come up for you. And even if it has meant being alone for a while, setting firm boundaries with people, and doing your own thing. Even with the unknown factors, you still found a way to keep going. You found the happiness. And spirits even gifted you with some stuff along the way. Now, I also have the Two of Cups here. We can't ignore that. And in this journey, you have met, or you are meeting, individuals that match your frequency. And it may even feel weird or surreal at times because of all that past stuff. That's what's so interesting about this. And if this person hasn't appeared in your life yet, it's in the background. It's because we have it next to the Moon card, the Two of Cups, right? So you may not have met this person yet. There may be something hidden. Maybe it's a person you already have met, but it's not someone you would have considered a soulmate. Because maybe there are factors about them that are hidden that you don't know about yet. But however this looks to you in your life, we've definitely got lots of lessons that you, again, have risen to the occasion to multiple times. And so there's no need to worry about anything that's going to happen coming up here, because you've always managed to do it. And Spirit's calling me to tell you not to remember, again with the victim mode, how many times you have fallen. But with the Strength card, how many times have you picked yourself back up and kept going? That is where your strength comes from. You have the strength to overcome anything because you always have before, and nothing is going to change that. You get to take that strength with you into the new lessons that show up. So whatever is coming your way here, it's going to be a fresh new start. And it may feel a little different than things tended to feel in the past. And the reason for that is because the things that came up in the past were lessons. Things you had to face, things you had to heal. And now you get to feel what something feels like that's in a more healed state. Someone may approach you and offer you help and actually follow through with wanting to help you. Someone may appear and just want to be your friend and want nothing more from you. I just want to spend time with you and not want to take something from you in return. This is a balanced and reciprocated energy, and you can trust it. And the reason that I'm getting that you can trust it is because you've both been through many lessons in your lives, similar lessons, ones that you'll be able to relate to each other on. And it's going to feel very healing and very happy. Because with the Nine of Cups over here, this is I am so happy. I couldn't possibly ask for anything else. But it's a solo happiness. It's someone enjoying their own company. Now the Two of Cups is each other's company. Like, look, we both got full cups. Do you want to share each other's cups? Do you want to reciprocate? So it's a beautiful energy. I want to see what other decks to pull out for this reading. All right, since this went in the love reading direction, I'm going to clarify. So tell me about this Two of Cups energy on the table. What do the collective need to know, please? Tell me more about this Two of Cups, this soulmate energy. What else do they need to know? Thank you. We have apology, sorry, forgiveness. We also have boundaries. Know when to put up and let down your walls. So there might be someone coming back from the past. I'm just gonna say that. This may not be for all of you, but that might be why that death card is on the table. It's like a rebirth, right? Old versions of us have been left behind and new versions are emerging. So we do have a potential apology, but you are being called to still remember, Queen of Swords, to set firm boundaries, okay? Like, if it's not time yet to pull back those walls or the boundaries, then keep them up. Protect yourself, okay? We also have be open to change, be receptive to new experiences. Change leads to growth, okay? So I'm getting that this person is a little different than you. And you might have, in your singledom, gotten set in your ways on how you like things. Maybe this person like comes in and shakes up your world a little bit and you're like, whoa, 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 we don't do that here. And you're being called to just be open. Like someone is outdoorsy and you're more indoorsy and they're like, let's go for a walk in the park. Maybe that's not going to kill you to do that. Maybe it will. You know, again, we're not going there. But there's something here where this person may suggest something to do. And it might be difficult. Like what I'm getting is you may not initially want to do some of this stuff, right? Because you've gotten comfortable in whatever it is that you are doing. Now we have also got celebration. Good times come from hard work, time spent in good company, and that's right under the Two of Cups. So it feels like you're definitely going to have something to celebrate here, and I love that. I'm also getting that with this be open to change under the Moon card, maybe potentially you are more of a daytime person and this is more of a nighttime person, and they want to go out late and you're like, listen, it's my bedtime. So it's giving me like opposite energy. We also have moving on, endings that bring healthy beginnings. I love this because, again, under the death card, it's all about letting go of old versions of ourselves and re-emerging as something newer and better. It's like this is the new and improved version of you. This could also refer to ego death. And then we have release. Release grudges, wounds, and pent-up feelings through healthy activities. So that's giving me, what did this tie to here? Resentment with the bad blood. If this is someone from your past, you are being called to forgive them. Even if this doesn't materialize into anything, it's going to give you closure. And remember about the chasing. We're not chasing anything. So if something requires you to chase it, it's not for you. If you're running around chasing an apology, nope, you're not going to get it. There's times when we need to move on and release situations so that new situations can come in. So if you have this past person in this reading coming in to apologize, great. You're still the Queen of Swords here. You still can leave these boundaries in place. Let them apologize. And if you don't want to hear what they have to say beyond that, then say, have a nice life. I wish you well. Right? This is the moving on and the release aspect. And in doing that, we're opening up for new things, celebrations, change, new beginnings. There's something here it's basically like showing all that you've been through, and maybe even not all, but a lot. And it's also alluding to what comes next. Now, for some of you, if you have not done this moving on and release as of yet, it's time. Even if this person never apologized, forgive them and move on for your own sake. It's time for you to transform into the version of yourself that you are meant to be. You have this strength within you. Remember that. And it all ties back to how many times you have gotten back up, not how many times you have fallen. That is not what defines you. So let's see if we can get some messages from the universe to close this reading out. What do you have to say to the collective? What else do they need to know? Thank you. When you hold on to the past, it stops you from living in the present. Release any old hurts or worries or regrets. Commit to being in the here and now. Forgive yourself for where you think you may have been wrong. You deserve inner peace. Let it go. Wow. I feel like we just talked about that. And there it is, echoing again from the universe. Like coming back in and being like, yep, that's the message, all right. I'm confirming for you. So if any of you were doubting it, there it is again. Of course, you will make mistakes, but the biggest one would be not to try. You have nothing to lose. This thing that you've been thinking about for a long time, just go for it. Better an oops than a what if. And we are here to support you. You can't do the same thing over and over and expect different results. Change comes from thinking thoughts you've never thought before and showing up to meet them down streets you've never walked before. Okay, so that is the definition of insanity. Trying the same thing over and over and expecting different results, right? All right. Focus on what is important to you. Don't give your time or energy to your worries, as this would only amplify them. Focus on what matters to you most. With every thought, you are creating your future. Yep, and remember, you don't chase, you attract. Nothing that is meant for you will ever pass you by. All right, one more. This one. We are always speaking to you and sending you messages. When you feel like you are alone in a situation, just know that you never truly are. We are reminding you to stop, look around, and believe in something else, something more. We've got your back. Okay. There it is. And I'm going to get an angel number for you to close this out. Okay, that one flipped over right away. 1199. Say goodbye to the old and welcome the new. I can't make this up. A new door has been opened for you, which is generated according to what you think. You now have the opportunity to look directly at your thoughts and can look at your creation face to face. Let the old disintegrate, because it will be replaced by the new according to what you want. Okay, there it is. As long as you are able to let go of what's not serving you and walk away from things, people, places, situations that don't serve you, you are always going to find yourself in a bigger, better situation. All right? So that is your message for today. Kitty and I want to thank you so much for joining us. We truly appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for your time, your energy exchange, your watching, your likes, your shares, your subscriptions, all of it. So much of that helps support me, and I love it so much. Thank you so much. I wish you all a lifetime of happiness, health, wealth, abundance, and so much love. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.